In the last episode, we talked about sequential processes that humans use versus the parallel processes that insects use. Insects can still build great things with everyone doing the same thing at once, but it's very inefficient. A lot of rework. Humans wouldn't do it that way. But we also pointed out that addiction is still treated with parallel processes, which actually leaves us with the feeling that addiction treatment is very hard, inexplicable, and impossible to engineer, which frustrates lots and lots of people. But that's actually not the case. The theory of constraints, TOC, is based on the logic of sequential processes, and we can derive a sequential process for treating addiction. We have created a sequential process for treating addiction. So in the next few episodes, we'll go through how we did that and how anyone else can make use of that. When you're creating this sequential process, it's pretty easy because you only need one question. That's the question, why? And the really easy part is there's only one wrong answer. So it happens all the time that people ask me questions about addiction treatment. It's usually a complicated case with a very long treatment history and a lot of medications and things not going well. And I always end up asking, why? Why would anyone in their right mind who knows that alcohol is killing them not stop drinking? Why would anyone in their right mind paid all this money for treatment not go to group? Why would anyone in his right mind who wants to get well not take his medicine? Well, when I ask that, the most common answer I get is he's not in his right mind. It's almost never phrased that way. It's usually something like, well, he's an alcoholic, or, you know, he's one of these guys who, and then that's followed by a compilation of whatever rationalization the treater has for a group of people who are beyond logic. That's the only wrong answer. But it's the answer we most commonly use in addiction treatment. It's our fallback position. It's our safety net. As long as we can believe that people are beyond logic, then we don't need to use logic. But the truth is, it's almost never the case. I mean, people are really almost never psychotic. There's a logic. We just don't understand the assumptions under which their logic is operating. X plus Y still equals something. We just don't know what X and Y are. So that's why we have to ask, why? Why would someone in their right mind, who knows that alcohol is destroying their liver and killing them, keep drinking? And only if we take the answer that they are in their right mind, that there is a logical sense, can we find the logical sequence that we can use to really get a better treatment of addiction. So when we designed our treatment system, we needed to get rid of all of the assumptions that were imposed on the field. Drugs cause addiction. Addiction is a cortical illness. You have to be ready for treatment to work. The first use of drugs is always voluntary, and so many other assumptions. We had to look at the disease of addiction the way it exists in nature, and not the disease everyone wanted it to be. And lo and behold, it turns out that if you treat the disease it is, and not the one you want it to be, treatment becomes much more straightforward and engineerable. Next time, we'll look at one of these assumptions about the biology of addiction and how it helps to create the sequence of addiction treatment. Have a good day.